Hey guys, Ranch and Joseph commentary. Oh god, yeah. We had a bit of a PP moment from Flash just as the game started, but anyway, this is going to be between Flash and Violet. Bigfile MSL, quarterfinals, second set. Well, not the quarterfinals, round of 16. Excuse that. But yeah, basically the game started with a PP with Flash playing teal terran at the 8 o'clock position. Violet playing brown protoss at the 12 started rather than restarting it all over the place. Just waited out the PP, and now we have the game going on. Not quite sure what was going on, but we had some Flash pointing out the lights or some shit, and excuse the tongue. And then the Violet got told, and he just chuckled to himself. I think he's playing this game fully thinking that he's going to lose, but he's going to enjoy himself meanwhile. Last time he cheesed, we're going to see what he goes for this time. Flash running out with the SCV, so I think he's actually expecting a probe to be inside of his base. So he's like, where is it? Where is it? Perfectly prepared for an early probe being inside of his base. And there's a long, long text describing the Kama Sutra in Korean. And another disgusting message using Flash and Violet as possible imaginary partners. Oh my god, that is horrific. Why? I did not want to see that. Why did I have to see that? My god, you people sicken me. Anyway, this is going to be, quick expos from both players. 12 necks in safe locations from both players. 12 necks for safe location beyond the eggs in that secondary for Violet and Flash. Going to 14cc also beyond the eggs secondary. So, economic game this time around. Oh my goodness. No more crazy stuff. I think Violet's still I'm going to go for 12 necks, but then Flash reads that. I'm going to go for 14cc. Haha. So, Violet's like, I'm doomed. Flash going for 14cc, and I don't have anything to kill it in the first minute. I am doomed! But he's also scouting out wrong, so yeah, he's doomed. He has this sign of death hung above him. Sorry, man. Nah. But yeah, I really don't think, if Violet's just the guy, he's himself said that, after months of practicing with Flash, I forgot how to win in StarCraft. So, I mean, when you end up playing against a guy that does that to you, you really can have the highest morale. So you kind of go in there just to enjoy myself and have fun instead of, winning. So, instead just lose and then root for your teammate, hope that he wins the MSL again this season. But Flash definitely one of the favorites. Even though he's looked a bit weak near the end of the Pro League, around 5. But in Star Leagues, he's still always a heavy favorite. Has been for the last 2 years and still stays a heavy favorite. Although he really didn't go around stomping anybody after the Bacchus OSL as the 2008 Bacchus OSL. We've had another Bacchus since then. But yeah, since the 2008 Bacchus OSL, he didn't really go around stomping the hell out of everybody as some people expected him to. But he's kind of went back to it since. In the last half year, he has been killing a lot of stuff. A lot of people, and that makes him sound like a murderer, when in StarCraft he is. Do see range being worked on, just kind of Dragoon Miller on, not managing to deny the SCV from spotting that secondary, but I think Flash would have kind of known that was there anyway, looking at inside of Violet's base. 2-gate opening, or rather, 12 necks into 2-gate. I have no idea what I'm talking about. I think I'm high on pineapple juice. Can you get high on pineapple juice, even if you like drink several liters of it? I don't know. Flash pretty much is going to open up his secondary with these Marines. I don't know, I'm casting this game and I'm feeling like, Flash is going to win. What's the point? No, I shouldn't think that way. While it's, just the fact that he knows Flash doesn't really give him an advantage because Flash is a very standard player. He goes for very standard stuff. He doesn't change up that often. So, knowing Flash, it doesn't really help out. Violet's played against him a lot, so he has more insight into him than anybody else. But at the same time, Flash is a machine. He does a lot of the same stuff, and he wins anyway. Florida SCV will, die. It's horrible death. While Violet going to expand yet again to the natural expansion. She's going to try to, one-up Flash yet again. My God, he's not going to be able to get through those Dragoons. She's going to get blocked off. Do see her box facility coming up. That's most likely going to be for that observatory. Get that observer in there and spot everything out. Make sure that Flash not going for too funky Academy on the way. So he is going to be going for scans, comsat stations to scan Violet out because he didn't get the SCV back into the main, so I'm not quite sure what he's facing off. Might be facing Reaver drops. Yeah, last time saw River drops was from Bisu against C in the last game. Observatory meanwhile up, so yeah, none of that from Violet. But yeah, Bisu going for Reaver just really surprised me. Just what? I haven't seen a Protoss go for Shuttle Reaver against a Terran a long time. At least it feels that way. Additional gateways being added in by Violet as he gets his natural expansion going. So he could strengthen himself significantly with this. Just try to get his force up. Seems he's going very Dragoon heavy. Very Stork-like play, really, and I kind of enjoy it. I like when Protoss go heavy goon. And it's kind of a double-edged sword because it gives you range, it gives you a large army, but unfortunately, it's Dragoons have clumsy AI. They get clumped up. If you don't micro them properly, they can get ripped to pieces by mines. And without heavy Zealot support, you got to be very careful, against tanks and vultures. In the large armies, Flash is going to push out with several tanks and Marines. Just going to put on some pressure. It's 4 or 5 tanks. Observer now might actually spot this out right now, but Violet's still going to be in a little bit of trouble this early on. Has Dragoons to fight this back, with all those Marines in there, this could be a little bit of trouble. SCV also in there just to help repair. Vulture coming from the back. That might have mines coming in. Assume even more Marines are going to come in. That Observer could be the saving grace if the mines are hitting, and so the Observer, Violet needs that Observer at his natural. Right now, not later, right now. Dragoons are going to be fighting this off. Mine's going to come down, back off. Where's the Observer? Is right on top of that. So the Dragoons meanwhile going to be micro all the way back. Huge amount of Marines out there. Force the Dragoons back. Violet looking very low on troops. Some of the Dragoons, Probe is just going to come right off the line. Not even going to bother mining that extra little bit. Just going to come off the line, make sure they stay alive. That Nex is going to be in trouble. Is going to go down. Just, whoa, look at that. Just ripped to pieces instantly. And Violet, a lot of trouble. Because Flash is expanding at his own natural. And Violet, sure, he's fighting from on top of a ramp, but it's still in a lot of trouble. Missile turret going to come up, so Observer's not going to be along for life if it doesn't go away. The various Dragoons, just by being on top of that ramp, get to shoot down everything. Bunker to come up at the front, but I think the SCV going to go down before it can build it. Yes, indeed. And Flash still just on 2 factories, going to continue producing, and he's going to get full contain off. Meanwhile now, interestingly enough, yeah, Violet has elevated 4 of his Dragoons, and he's going to try to go for Flash's natural, maybe just to try to force these forces back. Another bunker going to come up the front. Siege tank on there, just as you get a spot on top of that ramp, just forces vultures out there. Meanwhile now, 4 Dragoons going to come here off the line to the natural. They need to do some serious damage, but I don't think with these 4 Dragoons, he's going to be able to do much at all. It's siege tanks on the ramp, and that's going to be it. Maybe I'll try to break through by getting some of his Dragoons from the back. Maybe try to go for a pincer attack, Dragoons from the back and from the front. Hope to mess some stuff up. Gonna try to drop some Dragoons up with those tanks. Flash way ahead of that. Way ahead of it with his tanks. Just unsieges and ready for it. Reading Violet like a book.